guys, what's up? So today's video is going to be about weddings on a budget. Stay tuned. Okay, so let me start off by saying me and my husband got married 8 years ago now. We've been together, it's going to be 13 years. So we're talking 8 years ago. I don't know if prices are really changing, but we knew we didn't have the funds to have a huge wedding. So we knew we had to plan a wedding on a budget. Granted, my stepdad paid for most of the wedding. We had help from his parents, but I think the bride's parent is supposed to pay for more or pay for a certain amount, and then the groom's, I don't know, look that up. But anyway, so after getting engaged, my husband called my parents to ask for their blessing. So they already knew I was going to be getting engaged this one night. So when I called my parents and I told them, hey guys, you know, whatever, they already knew. So then my stepdad goes, oh, since you're coming next week, because I was going to New York a week later to visit them, he said, when you come, I want to know exactly what dress you want, you know, have your flowers, have everything picked out. And I'm like, mind you, I just got engaged minutes ago. I called him right when it happened. So long story short, I get there a week later and he's like, okay, so where's the dress and what flowers you want and what this and that. We ended up getting married 12 months later. So after getting engaged, he just didn't want to be an engaged, you know, fiance and him be my fiance for years. It's like boom, 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 let's get it done. So, which is a mentality that I have. So that was fine that he gave us that push. Anyway, he didn't give us a budget, but we weren't going to throw an extravagant wedding either. We also had 120 guests. We did invite, I think, like 140, but only 120 came, you know, whether it was family that couldn't travel or engagements already, so they couldn't make it to the wedding, which was fine. So we ended up with 120 guests. So I wrote down some things that whether it was sites that we use or sites that you can find items that were similar to what we use if it helps you. Our wedding with 140 people, 120 attended, but the whole wedding was about $5,000, which honestly is like dirt cheap compared to what a wedding usually costs, because they're minimum 10,000 and up for a wedding. So to do 120 people coming for 5,000 was amazing. Thankfully, I got a break because I had 5 bridesmaids and my husband had 5 groomsmen. So I got a little break because one of my bridesmaids was allergic to like fragrances and flowers. Therefore, with them having to hold their bouquets going down, it couldn't be real flowers, which that kind of saved me a lot of money because, you know, flowers are expensive. So I use this site called afloral.com, and they had the flowers that I wanted, which were the calla lilies. I love lilies. Those are my favorite flowers. So on that afloral.com website, which I'll link below, they had the tall stem lilies for, it was $1 to $3, which I looked and they still have them. So what we did, we bought, I think it was like 10 maybe, because we had 5 for the groomsmen and then, you know, our in-laws and all that stuff. So we would take the stems, one long calla lily, the stem, and clip it and use those as the boutonniere. And then we ordered a whole bouquet of the baby's breath, which is a little tiny flowers you usually see in the middle of like roses, or just to differentiate different colors in a flower bouquet. Or I think it was like $13, which you can find that on Amazon. You can find silk flowers. Honestly, you don't have to just go here. You can just type in wedding silk flowers and then look at the sites, but they're so cheap. Our flowers total for everybody in the wedding came up to $50. $50 on wedding flowers, and that covered my bouquet to walk down the aisle, which my mom ended up putting together. She made a really nice one, and then we put a little bit of lace around there, and it was so pretty. I still have it. It's in my living room as decor. So yeah, so my bouquet, my bridesmaids, that covered their little bouquets, and it covered all the boutonnieres for the men. $50, guys, for flowers. Okay, so that's off, $50. Now again, prices may vary also because of the site you go to. Always check Amazon. They also have them. You can probably buy them in bigger bulks and do way more and use them for maybe for the center of the table. So just look around, shop around, and it also depends probably on the flower you choose. Calla lilies are beautiful for wedding. I think that's like the most common wedding flower. Another expensive thing is wedding dresses. So I never wanted to get married ever. So I knew I wasn't that type to be like, oh, you know, when I grow up, I want a wedding like this, and always looking at wedding dresses and wanting to know what my wedding, or knowing what my wedding dress was going to look like. I didn't care for that growing up. And I wasn't the type to say, oh my gosh, I have to find the perfect dress because, you know, I'm gonna pass it down to my daughter when she gets married, because I'm realistic. Like, what if she's not into that style? Even though the dress I got was a beautiful mermaid dress, but what if she didn't want that style? When she does, we'll get her that dress. Or not that dress, but a similar dress. But what if she wants a different style? I'm not gonna hold on to a dress until she gets married. I'm not a hoarder either, so I just, whatever. So I sold the dress. I sold it right after the wedding. So I go into David's Bridal, and I start looking at Vera Wang's and, you know, all these different dresses, and they're in the thousands. And I'm like, I'm gonna wear this dress for a few hours. I know I'm not keeping it, so, you know, it wasn't no big deal. So I ended up finding a dress that was on sale for $500, which was an amazing price for a wedding dress. Amazing. But what I did was, I just went out to David's Bridal right now just to see if there's even any dresses that go for $500 now. And I think this is so nice, but they have a section called Wedding Dresses on a Budget. And they will dress you head to toe for Chloe, that's Daddy. There's a section on here that it says from head to toe, they will dress you from your dress, your earrings, your necklace, and the shoes, all for $450. Tell me that's not a deal. Guys, your shoes, earrings, necklace, and a dress, $450. That's on the David's Bridal website. So again, it's under the section Wedding Dresses on a Budget. There's also a bigger package that you can get head to toe for $750. That's another one. And, you know, obviously, depending on the dress you pick, it goes more and more. That's so awesome. I love things on a budget. Not everybody can afford a $10,000, $20,000 wedding. So these things make me happy, and I'm gonna always look for deals. We hit our limit when we said 5,000 was gonna be our max. It almost became a game. We're like, can we really do this wedding? You know, $5,000 and under? Let's try it. So, okay, so we knocked out the flowers. We knocked out the dress. What else did we do? Okay, my shoes. So my shoes, I honestly don't remember where I got them from. They might have been David's Bridal, but I know I didn't pay probably more than $20 for them because, again, I'm only wearing them for a few hours. I'm not gonna wear these glamorous shoes anywhere else, you know? Okay, so my father-in-law owns a party business, so we got a break on our tablecloths and the sashes and the chair covers. However, I did go onto Amazon for you guys. Amazon had 50 chair covers, like for banquets, the white chair covers, for $80. So if you get 3 of those, 50 times 3 is 150. If you had a wedding, 120, 140 people, that will cover it. I looked at tablecloths and they had them like in sets of 10 or 15 tablecloths for really cheap also, which again, even if you feel like $250 or even $300 on the table covers and chair covers are a lot, think about what you can how many times you can reuse them. You can bring them home and wash them. You can use them for any bridal party, any baby shower, anybody. You would have them. You can rent them out and make some money. Post them and say, hey guys, I'll rent you my tablecloth and my seat covers for this much money. Make some money off of them. They're yours to keep. All you're doing is washing them. It's simple. So they're reusable, so it's worth it. Okay, my veil. So I found a veil, a really nice veil. I didn't want the long ones. I wanted it like mid-back. And I found one for $30, and veils are expensive. So I found one for $30. Me and my mother-in-law went to Michael's and we bought the double-sided rhinestones. So the rhinestones were like a sticky back, and we would pinch 2 of them together. We would take the veil, so I'll use my shirt. So we would put one on the back and one on the front and pinch it, and then pinch one here and pinch. So I had the rhinestones like spread out throughout my veil, and it looks so pretty. Again, I'm only wearing this. Actually, I didn't even wear it at the reception. I only wore it for the ceremony. So I only wore it maybe an hour and that's it. So I'm not gonna go and spend hundreds on a veil that I am gonna wear for a few hours. I mean, for an hour, sorry. When it came to my bridesmaids, I was not going to buy their dresses. I wasn't going to offer to pay for their dresses. Again, we were working with a budget. Me and my husband were working with the budget. However, with the colors we chose, which was plum, white, silver, I think black, I'm not sure. Maybe no black, but there were some blacks going on. But anyway, so we just told our girls, find your own dress. It has to be plum though. We didn't care the style because you might have some girls that wouldn't feel comfortable wearing a certain style dress. I just wanted my girls comfortable. I did not want to be bridezilla, so I literally just said, here's the color and get a dress. You know, and they would all send me a picture and I just be like, beautiful. So I did have some wearing short dress, some wore long sleeves, some wore a long dress. It was all the same color and it just looked so pretty and my girls felt comfortable. That's all that mattered to me. So for our flower girl, which was my daughter, I went to Michael's and I picked up the box of the rose petals. Again, I couldn't have real ones because one of my bridesmaids. So I got the box and I think they have them at Michael's, or you could get it at Joann's, or I'm sure Walmart or whoever has a box. It literally comes in a square box and there's petals, like fake silk petals, and they range from $2 to $5. So one box is enough, but you can get two and put them in a little basket and let the flower girl throw it. $5, let's go. Okay, so for the sashes that goes on the back of the chairs, Amazon also has them, or you can again type in wedding chair sashes and they range anywhere from $2 per chair to $8 per chair. You can even go on, I think Facebook Market. I don't have Facebook, but you can go on Facebook Market or all these Craigslist, or no, be careful with Craigslist. We already know about that. But you can go on certain sites that people are selling these items and see if they can sell them in bulk, because there's a lot of them that had a wedding and don't know what to do with this stuff. So you can offer a cheap price and get all your decor done there. As far as our centerpieces, I'm trying to think where, I don't know what, maybe from the dollar store even. We got these clear vase and then we put rocks in the bottom. And we had a floating candle. Oh, I think we put a fake flower inside, I'm not sure. And then a floating candle right on top, and that was our centerpiece. And I think we had like rhinestones or something sprinkled around it. Super inexpensive. And it was on a mirror, like a glass plate mirror. So it reflected so pretty. Simple, again, simple guys, on all the tables. As far as a photographer or a videographer, that's one thing I do regret, not having a videographer. However, everybody has a phone. People can record whatever they want, send you the videos, and you'll get it there. What's nice about that though is that while you're doing something here, you can't be over there, so you miss out on it, but they could record it for you and everybody would have like different footage from, you know, different times of the night. There's also an app called The Guest, guys. So if you get this is what a lot of photographers are gonna end up losing money because of this app. So if you download The Guest, it's free. And I think it gives you a code. We just actually, my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law just got married a few months ago and we all use The Guest. So right before the wedding, my sister-in-law texted everybody and said, please download this app. And then I think it gives you a code. So right before the wedding, any picture that you take on your phone automatically goes to this app. So her family would take pictures, our family was taking pictures, and all of us would see the pictures getting loaded. And I think that's really nice because you just get all the pictures, like random pictures, but they're there. Super nice, and it's free. You have them forever. You can print them out when you want. Can't go wrong with that. And that's a huge, huge savings there on a photographer or videographer. As far as music or DJs, you can look for a DJ, or you can just create your own playlist on a laptop connected to some speakers and let that go. I know it sounds a little, you know, a little ratchet, but listen, if you're on a budget, you're on a budget. So create your playlist and know when you want your first dance, your last dance, music while you're eating, you know, dinner music, whatever it is. We did end up getting a DJ and he was whack. Like, it was so bad. The list that we gave him of music wasn't played when he was supposed to. It was horrible. So at this point, I wish we would have used the laptop and had our own music, because it would have came out, it would have been nice, you know? It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't what we wanted. We hired a wedding planner which she disappeared throughout the reception. My mother-in-law had to take over and do her job basically, but she was paid already, which sucks. So I wouldn't recommend, unless you know the person or they, you've spent time with them and they really know what you want. I don't think a wedding planner would be needed. That's just another area you can save money on, but ours wasn't worth it at all. So food, certain places allow you to do buffet style. So if you're gonna do a buffet style, then most of the times they'll let you bring your own food. My father-in-law was in charge of this, and I don't know if he got someone to make all the food, or I don't know how he did it, but we had the food there and it was all like homemade food, which is nice. Guys, ask everybody in your family that's coming, can you please bring a plate with you? Or, would you mind? Or ask that one aunt or grandma that cooks good, hey, if I throw you a few dollars and I buy the food, would you mind cooking it? It's your wedding. They're probably gonna say they don't mind. So that's another huge savings right there. Just having the family cook food. Again, we're talking about a wedding on a budget, guys. I don't want you coming and be like, oh, that's so cheap. And I'm doing a wedding on a budget. As far as venue, we found a location that had a lot of concerts and everything, but they were looking to remodel. So we caught it perfect timing right before all the remodeling, when we were able to get a huge discount. We got this large venue that held, and we took the smaller room, mind you. So it was supposed to fit at least 300 people. So it was pretty big still, and we only had 120. Beautiful, huge dance floor. The food was spread out, like it was so spacious, it was nice. I think we paid $800 for 6 hours at that reception hall. $800 only for 6 hours. That's crazy. Oh yeah, we definitely got a deal right there. And that 6 hours flew by because it was just fun and we all danced, and of course, it was just really nice to have the family there. When it came to makeup and hair, so hair was it was me and my daughter. Everybody else did their own or had someone to go to, which was fine. It wasn't like a crazy morning. I just had, in my house on that morning, I just had the lady that was doing my hair. So she did my daughter's hair first, and then she did my hair. And I did not want my makeup done because I did do a makeup wedding trial maybe a month before my wedding, and I did not like it. I felt like I had so much caked up makeup. I don't wear makeup as it is. Like, I'll wear eyeliner, lip gloss. I'm not big on makeup at all. So having this makeup on me felt so heavy, and I did not feel like myself. I was just like, my wedding day, no. I will throw on some eyeliner, some lipstick, and I'm done. So that's pretty much what I did for my wedding day. So makeup was nothing that was on me. So I saved there. My hair, I think, was $100, and she came to me. She was at my house at 6 in the morning, and I had my wedding planner go get us some Dunkin' Donuts, and then at lunchtime I had her go get us some Pizza Hut. So I was eating like crazy that morning, which was not smart because I still had this dress to fit in. So, and then my daughter's hair was, I think, about $50. So hair wasn't that expensive as far as like taking it out of our budget. Okay, another thing we got a break on was on save the dates. With our save the dates, we knew we needed to find a photographer to take out pictures in order to send the save the dates out, which we got our save the date actual cards from Vistaprint. They were having, I guess, a special going on, or we found a coupon code or whatever it was, and we got a discount. I don't remember how much it was, but I know it was like almost half the price of what they were advertising. And so we got our picture printed out on a magnet, and that's what we send out to everybody. So we got a picture of me and my husband with our names, save the date, you know how that goes. But as far as finding the photographer, we found this lady she lived here, but she was about to move to like Kansas or something. But she did photography on the side, and she gave us a really good deal. We ended up getting about 50 photos. I think it was for $50. I think she charged us $50 for 50 photos, and we paid $25 up front. And then if we approved the pictures, we liked them, then we sent her the other 25. The pictures came out amazing. We went to a college that was like a college campus that was kind of antique. So she put us, the pictures that we took were so beautiful, walking through like hallways, outdoors. This was an outdoor campus. So we were outdoors. We were walking through like hallways with black gates, or you know how the wall looks like it's beat up, like broken up kind of. It was so pretty, like antique. So the pictures came out really, really nice. We chose the picture we wanted and we got it put on Vistaprint and mailed those out. So that was another break we had. But if you can't afford a photographer, because they are pretty pricey, ask around, because there's always someone that wants to build their portfolio and they're willing to take your pictures for free. You're doing them a favor by helping them fill up their portfolio, and they're doing you a favor by doing your pictures, your photos. So ask around, you never know. Look on Instagram and just, you know, hashtag or look for photographers starting out. I have a friend that's always asking, let's say around Christmas time, hey, do you want me to take pictures of you and your family? Just to put pictures in his portfolio. And I'm like, of course. It's a free photo for us. We get our family pictures taken and it's free. You can do the same thing for your wedding and you save money. Okay, the last thing is going to be the honeymoon. This is totally optional. A lot of weddings, you know, their gifts are money. So you can use that money obviously and go on a honeymoon after that. Or you don't have to go on a honeymoon right away. You're married for life. Choose to go on a honeymoon 6 months from, you know, 6 months after the wedding, a year, 2 years, whatever it is. It's your time to have your honeymoon. A lot of people use this money and put into, you know, a house or furniture for a house, whatever it is. You have the money there, so that's on you. But I always feel like honeymoons are optional. Me and my husband, when it came to our honeymoon, decided to do a staycation. So we stood where we live and we just went away for the weekend without the kids, of course. And it was our honeymoon, super cheap. Again, everything was done on a budget. So for 120 people, again, guys, $5,000 was well worth it. That's pretty much it. Great deals. Again, I'll link everything below of where to find some of these items. They're not the exact things that we got because this was now 8 years ago. So, but I'll help you out and I will find the links to where you can find these things. And look around. Again, you might choose different flowers, you might choose a different store. At least you get an idea. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video helped you out. And I would love to hear about your wedding or your ideas for a wedding on a budget. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Thank you.